Hey guys, it's Kina. Welcome back to my channel. It is almost Thanksgiving, so what are we making? Sweet potato pie. Alright guys, thank you for coming back. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for watching. Like I said, sweet potato pie. Before we get started, I want to ask you to please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. If you enjoy these videos and this content, please hit that thumbs up like button and then turn on your notifications. So if you feel like you missed some videos or the algorithm doesn't bring them to you and you don't even know something new is out, hit that notification bell and then it'll let you know whenever I drop a new video. Okay, so to get started, we are going to be, like I said, using sweet potato pie. Now, a caveat that I kind of wanted to give you guys is that you can use like a whole fresh sweet potato, or you can use the frozen kind. Because I love a quick fix, especially because some of these recipes are long and the cannabis part is long, I used organic frozen diced sweet potatoes, and you literally just have to steam them in the microwave in the bag, and then the rest of it is super easy. But if you're old school and you got like a tried and true way that you like to do it, then go ahead. This recipe will use the equivalent of like a one pound potato, or like I said, one pack of like the 10-ounce diced potatoes. Other than that, the ingredients are pumpkin pie spice, sugar, vanilla, whole milk, 2 eggs, and cannabis butter. Oh, and I almost forgot that you need your pie crust. So I have mine over here. Actually, this is the frozen pre-made kind. You make sure that it's unbaked, and I love to sit mine on top of the oven while it's preheating because it makes it softer, and then you can kind of press those little designs with a fork into the side if you want to, or stuff like that. But you can totally use your own homemade if you have the best crust in the world. Do you? But this recipe is trying to keep it super simple. On Thanksgiving, I feel like I make 3 meats and 10 sides. So I want, if anything that can be made a little bit, simpler, then I want to do that. So just don't want to forget our pie shell over here. That is a deep dish 9-inch. So the recipe definitely calls for a 9-inch. So other than that, to get started, now what we want to begin with is actually our hot or warm potatoes. So we're going to put these in the mixing bowl with that cannabis butter. We're really going to let that blend up for a couple minutes, maybe 2 to 3, but really what you're looking for is that pureed, like almost baby food kind of consistency, and that's what we're going for. So like I said, potatoes, cannabis butter, mix it all up. And this next part is super simple. We're literally just gonna add all the remaining ingredients. Like Dick said, just almost like one of those one-pot meals. Like everything is just super easy. So like I said, we're gonna do our sugar, and that's gonna be 1 cup. So I'm gonna get that in there. And then our pumpkin pie spice, I'm using a tablespoon. And remember, I like things easy, but if you don't have pumpkin pie spice, remember it's literally just cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, and ginger. So you can put that in equal parts and still get your tablespoon, and have that, but I just like to keep it simple. So that's gonna go in there. And then we will do our 2 eggs. That's it. 1, 2. Like literally just putting it all in there. And then we have half a cup of milk. I like whole milk. You can do whatever you want, but like I said, I love whole milk, and we all know that cannabis is fat soluble. So the more fats, the better for really infusing your dish the best possible way you can. And then last but not least, we're gonna do 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. 1 and 2. All right, that was it. We're just gonna put this right back on the mixer, get it all blended up, and then we're gonna get it in our pie shell. That's pretty much it. Okay, so now that's all smooth. So like I said, we're gonna move on to the crust part. There's really nothing much to do. It's pre-baked, it's already made, but like I do like to give it that homemade look. So I just take a fork and I'm just gonna press around the edges like I would do if I had made the crust and took the time to do that. So and that's really it. If you've ever made a pie, if you haven't, easy peasy. Just press along the edges with your fork. Okay, that's it. So all we're gonna do is now pour this in. Now what I will say is sometimes when I use the store-bought crust, even if I get deep dish, I have too much filling. So it does come as a 2-pack. We might have to make 2 pies, which I'm not mad at, but then we have to keep that in mind with the dosing in the end, because we came out with 2 pies. But I don't know why that always happens, because if I use like my glass one, my pie plate with like a crust that I made, it doesn't really always do that. Maybe 1.5 or something like that, but it's so weird. So yeah, we're just gonna pour this in there. All right, that was actually a perfect fit. It's all gone. So let us today, that's gonna be easy. So now that's really it. We're gonna put it in the oven for about 50 to 60 minutes just to make sure that it's fully baked, because as we know, like this kind of pie is kind of like a souffle, right? So it kind of bakes up and then it settles back down. So just for ease of moving, I'm gonna grab my pretty pink cookie sheet here, and I'm gonna put my pie on the cookie sheet just for easy transfer back and forth from here to the oven. And then you know what? One last thing is, sometimes I do this and sometimes I don't. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap the edges, the crust edges of the pie with some foil, just because it keeps your crust from over burning and getting too brown, because it has to be in there for so long. I mean, this is a long bake. It's not like a 30-minute cookie or brownie. So I'm gonna grab some foil and see if I can see if I can do this. I could have sworn I had like the little silicone pie thing that goes around, but I guess I don't. So if you don't either, you just take some foil and we're gonna try to rip down the side of it. Because you don't need a big, like, thick piece of it. And we're just gonna try to make our way around the edges of the pie. You might need 2 pieces. We'll see. Then I also don't want it to really touch the pie. It's not easy. I don't have a thick crust layer. Let me see, maybe I should make it a little thinner. Maybe, I think this might do. What y'all think? This might not work at all, but it's worth a try. All right. All right, like, I mean, I definitely needed 2 strips, but I think I did. I mean, I think it looks pretty good. So that's perfect. It's just gonna go in the oven. Like I said, 50 to 60 minutes, probably airing on 60 if your oven doesn't get super, super hot. So let's get this in here. Very gentle. All right, guys, we are back with our pie. Now, fair warning, this, I actually let it go another 10 minutes, so it didn't even go 60 minutes, it went 70 minutes before it was nice and set. And then I also let it cool at like room temperature for an hour, and then I put it in the refrigerator for maybe like 15 or 20 minutes. So it took a pretty long time, but it smells really good and it looks really pretty. That foil that we put around it kept it from getting charred or anything. Everything is golden brown, so that is good. So the only thing left to do is get a good slice of it, and then we will go ahead and taste it. I kind of want to score it a little bit. I don't know why I always do that when I have pies. Like, I don't cut all the way through, but I like mark with my knife like what I want the slices to kind of be like. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. Is like trying to make sure that I get like some nice pre-slice, some nice pre-slice going on. So that's all I'm gonna do now. And then like I said, we can go ahead and slice it and see if we can get us a piece out easily. The first slice is always the hardest slice to get out of the pan. All right, that looks good. It came out clean. So now let's get us a nice piece. Yes. That is the taste of the holidays. I'm telling y'all, when I was a kid, I ate so much sweet potato pie. I think I told y'all this story before. But I would eat sweet potato pie until my stomach hurt. And my aunt would make them, and I would keep sneaking pieces whenever nobody was around. And she never, I don't think, understood why the sweet potato pies disappear so fast. It's because she would make like 8, and I would eat one, and then I would run away and I'll eat it, and then I would eat another slice, and then I would run away and I would run away and eat it. And so I have to be careful bringing sweet potato pies into my house. Thank God I have family to share with, otherwise I would not do so well. Now if you want a slice like the size that I made here, that I cut, then you'll probably get about 8 of these per pie. Also you can go thinner and maybe do like 12 or 16. So that's it for this recipe, guys. I really hope you like it. If you're gonna make sweet potato pie for Thanksgiving, give this one a try. At the very least, it'll keep everybody mellow and from fighting each other at the Thanksgiving table, because it's infused with that cannabis. But yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Have a happy holiday and enjoy. Bye.